Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Monday's Virtual Assembly. I hope that you and your families are doing well. Now, have you ever heard of the programme Mastermind? Well, if you haven't heard it, you might have heard the music. Have a listen and a watch of this. So, the way Mastermind works is each contestant takes a turn to sit in the black chair and they get asked two sets of questions. The first set is for general knowledge questions and the second set is for a specialist subject, a subject that they know really, really well. So today, I'm going to ask you two sets of questions. I'm going to ask you a set of general knowledge questions and then I'm going to ask a specialist subject questions. Now, I've asked somebody to help me out on that, so you'll have to wait a little bit longer for you to find out what this week's specialist subject will be. Okay, are you ready for the first set of questions? Remember, they're general knowledge ones. The first round is general knowledge. So come and sit in my mastermind chair and get ready to answer some questions. Are you sitting comfortably? Question 1. What's the orange bit in the middle of the egg called? Question 2. What's the collective name for trees that keep their leaves all year round? Question 3. What football team is currently at the top of the Premier League? Question 4. What is the 10th letter of the alphabet? Question 5. Who is the nation's PE teacher? Question 6. How many zeros are there in 1,000? Question 7. Who wrote the Harry Potter books? Question 8. Who is the Prime Minister of Britain? Question 9. What is closer to Earth, the Moon or the Sun? Question 10. Which travels faster, light or sound? Question 11. Who is the fastest 100-metre runner in the world ever? Question 12. What's the name of Anna and Elsa's kingdom in Frozen? Question 13. How many wives did Henry VIII have? Question 14. What's the name of the cowboy in Toy Story? Question 15. Who wrote the Gruffalo, Room on the Broom and Tiddler? Question 16. What type of fish is Nemo? Question 17. What is the chemical formula for water? Question 18. How many planets are in our solar system? Question 19. Who was behind the gunpowder plot on the Houses of Parliament in 1605, remembered every year on Bonfire Night? And question 20. How many players are in a football team? So write your answers down on a piece of paper and send them to your teachers on Class Dojo. Now, the second set of questions in Mastermind is always to do with a subject specialism. This is a subject that the contestants know really well and that other people might not know. Now, I've asked Mr. Lewis if he can talk about his subject specialism, the one subject that he knows an awful lot about. And when he's done explaining about his subject, I've got some questions for you to see if you can answer them. Now, part of this week's challenge is to find out what all your subject specialisms are, those subjects that you know really well. And Mr. Lewis will explain a little bit more in his presentation now. So sit back and learn about Mr. Lewis's subject specialism.
Hi everybody. Hope you're all well. So Miss Hudson's talking to you all about specialist subjects this week, and I know that that's part of the challenge from her assembly video. And specialist subjects can be all sorts of things. It could be cars, cooking, it could be about a certain country, it could be about a TV show, a series of books, could be a sports team, all sorts of things. One of my specialist subjects is Star Wars. I've liked Star Wars since I was little, and I still like it now. I don't have as much time to, do Star Wars stuff anymore. Now I'm a bit more busy, but when I get a chance, I like to. So your challenge this week is to talk about your specialist subject and share some facts, and then see if other people can remember those facts or answer some questions, okay? And you've got to do it. So I'm going to talk for 1 minute about my specialist subject, which is Star Wars, and then maybe you can try and see if you can remember some of my facts by the end, okay? So, Star Wars came out into the cinema. The first film came out in 1977, and it was a huge success. It was all about good versus evil. It was all about how the bad guys were trying to take over the galaxy, and the good guys were trying to keep everybody happy and keep the peace. So people like that because it was adventure and danger and all that sort of stuff. It's got loads and loads of characters. It's got original characters like Luke and Leia and Han and Chewbacca and the droids. And then more recently, it's got characters like Finn and Rey and Poe and Kylo Ren. And they all zoom around in spaceships like X-Wings and the Millennium Falcon and TIE Fighters and Star Destroyers, which were the huge ones that the bad guys used to take over places. The Star Wars franchise is really successful. It's made more than $10 billion in cinema ticket sales. So that's what's made it one of the biggest franchises in the world today, and why it's big, and I enjoy it and I like it, and it's my specialist subject. It'd be great to see what your specialist subjects are and to hear some stuff that you know. What is it that makes it so important to you? What is it that you like? What is it that interests you? And it'd be interesting to see, because I'm sure some of you also have Star Wars as a specialist subject, and I'm sure some of you have completely different things, stuff that I don't know anything about. So I look forward to seeing your versions and your videos and your information on your Class Dojos. Okay, take care everybody. I hope you're all well, and speak to you all soon.
So, are you ready to answer some questions for Mr. Lewis's specialist subject? Come and sit in the chair, make yourself comfortable. Here we go. Question 1. What character was Mr. Lewis dressed up as? Question 2. What year was the first Star Wars film released? Question 3. What was it about? Something versus something. Question 4. Name 2 of the original characters from episodes 4 to 6. Question 5. Name 2 of the characters from recent films. Question 6. Can you name one of the droids? Question 7. What are the largest spaceships called? Question 8. What was the name of Han Solo's ship? Question 9. How much money in dollars has the franchise made? And question 10. What is the name of the new Star Wars story on Disney Plus? So, write all your answers down and send them to your teachers on Class Dojo. So, your challenge this week is to create a poster, to create a information page, to create a video telling us all about your specialist subjects. Now, what you also need to do is ask a set of questions so that people can look and see if they can answer what you know all about. When you've done this, don't forget, as always, to send them to your teachers on Class Dojo so that they can see what your specialist subjects are. Anyway, you take care, and I will see you on Friday for your achievement assembly. Have a good week, everyone. Bye.